Well, a hulk of a man with a beer in his hand looked like a drunk old fool. And I knew if I hit him right, I could knock him off that stool. But everybody said, watch out, that's Tiger Man McCool. He's been in a whole lot of fights and he always comes out a winner. But I'd had myself about 5 too many, so I walked up tall and proud. I faced his back and I faced the fact that he had never stooped or bowed. I said, Tiger Man, you're a pussycat. Then a hush fell on the crowd. I said, let's me and you go outside and see who's the winner. That's what I told him. Well, he gripped the bar with a big hairy hand, then he braced against the wall. He slowly looked up from his beer. My God, that man was tall. He said, boy, I can see you're a scrapper, so just before you fall, I'm gonna tell you just a little of what it means to be a winner. He said, you see my bright white smiling teeth, well you know they ain't my own. Mine rolled away like chiclets down the street in San Antonio. And I left that person cursing, nursing 7 broken bones. And he only broke, well, 3 of mine, so that makes me the winner. Said behind this grin I got steel pins that hold my jaw in place. A trophy of my most successful motorcycle race. And each morning when I wake up and touch this scar on my face, well, it reminds me of all I've got from being a winner. And this broken back was a dying act of a handsome Harry Clay. That sticky Cincinnati night that I stole his wife away. But that woman, she gets uglier and meaner every day. But I got her, boy, so that makes me the winner. He said, you gotta speak loud when you challenge me, son. 'Cause it's hard for me to hear with this twisted neck, migraine pains and cauliflowered ears. And if it weren't for this glass eye, well, I'd shed a happy tear just to think about all you're gonna get from being a winner. I got arthritic elbows, I got dislocated knees from picking fights with thunderstorms and charging into trees. And my nose been broke so often I might lose it if I sneeze. And son, you say you still want to be a winner? Now you remind me of my younger days with your knuckles clenched all white. But boy, I'm gonna sit right here and sip this beer all night. And if there's something you gotta gain or prove by winning this silly fight, well, okay, I quit, I lose, you're a winner. Well, I stumbled from the barroom, not so tall and not so proud, and behind me I could still hear the laughter from the crowd. But my eyes still see and my nose still works and my teeth are still in my mouth. And you know, well, I guess that makes me a winner.